Boy, you and Greg were looking really hot this week. I couldn't keep my eyes off you.
Wow, that was crazy. That's funny. Yeah. Mike had that whole Shaq shimmy going on during that one scene. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Have a bunch of people here. Kelly.
Welcome to Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
Go Eagles.
Chaos.
Okay. Oh, Shelby's
Shelby?
here. Yeah. All right. Shelby's home by herself this week while we're here.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Shelby's home by herself while we're in Florida. I stopped off in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we had just
I
enough
shot all
time.
my scenes while I was in Pittsburgh.
Right at the Love Shack here. Man.
Oh,
Man.
that's funny. This is different being on this side of things. Mike's in control of everything tonight. And
Yeah. Really
I'm
weird.
just an innocent bystander.
Just an innocent bystander. Found the same guy. Somehow I got stuck.
Oh,
I didn't figure we would have a lot of people show up because of Super Bowl, even though, I mean, I probably wouldn't be watching it anyway right now if I wasn't doing the show. So,
Right? Yeah. I watched a little bit of it. I was telling Mike I went out there and Jason was watching it on his phone. And first drive of the game, the Eagles had a 3rd and short, and they went for a long pass. Of course, offensive pass interference. Give the ball to the team.
the wife has it on in there, so I'll see something when I'm going in to go to bed. But I'm not staying up for that. I'm sick. I'm gonna hit the bed and hopefully get right to sleep tonight. So.
Nice.
Right. How you feeling? Are you feeling better than you were earlier in the week? Or?
Yeah, I didn't take any medicine today so far, so that's a good thing. I tried not to get everything up and out, but some of those days I just had to, had to take it during the day. But yeah, I think we're doing good right now. We've had a lot of soups over the weekend and stuff.
Nice. Yeah, we've been pretty busy here because we arrived here in Florida on Friday afternoon, and of course Jason was working Friday, but then yesterday went to the beach, got that rocket launch happen while we were at the beach. So that was cool.
Awesome.
Today we went to the big Renaissance fair, did some Renaissancing. So that was. I got my. There's a shirt I wore. I figured that
perfect.
would be a good shirt for the Renaissance. And there was another couple. They're actually probably in their 60s, I'm guessing, a little bit older than I am. And she had it wasn't the same exact shirt, but it had the Black Knight from, and I forget what it said on it, but they were like, "Hey, look." Huh? Oh, yeah, it said, "Oh, Holy Night." Yeah.
You should have painted something up to look like the holy hand grenade and just walked around holding
it. Right. But yeah, it was, my goodness, though, it was hot here. It was, we actually came home due to the heat. We were like, yeah, it'd be fun to walk around some more and look in some more of the little shops and stuff like that, but it was just so hot. So picked up a couple of shows and oh, Derek's here. Look at there. Derek's here.
Hey, Derek.
Yeah. Of course, when we parked the car and we're getting out, the car next to us, there's a dude that got out, and his shirt, I guess, was perfect for it too, because he didn't have a shirt. Instead, he just had a black hood on and a big old battle axe that he was carrying, like some leather chaps. I don't even know what was going on. I walked around. I didn't walk past his car. But yeah. So anyway, that's how my week's going. A lot of time on the train and a little time here with the family. So
nice.
Been good.
That's cool. Yeah, I just watched that zombie movie. That was funny. The zombies on the train, whole deal. And actually, she had it on when I walked in. She said, "I'm going to start this movie," and I'm like, "Oh, I wonder if Bart checked this out yet. He was just on a train all week long.
My daughter-in-law, when you sent that, because you sent it, and when we were on the train, she sent a text. She's like, "You guys ever see the movie Train to Busan?" Actually, I've never watched it yet, but I knew what she was talking about. And then it was funny because you brought it up. Like, but anyway.
Yeah, so we got this Ms. Pac-Man thing going on in case anybody forgot. Because the last I checked, there's only Bart and Greg in on it. And I did play. I don't have my video ready yet, so I didn't. I'll put the score up probably before I go to bed and video eventually when I get to it. But I did finally get to play it, so very fun.
Nice. Hey, Salty. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, you don't have to put the score up, Poe. It's fine. You don't have to post it. I wait comment in the chat.
Just wait for the last session and you can post it.
I don't know.
I explained in my video
though.
I've had this copy of Ms. Pac-Man for quite a while, and I just was never really into the Pac-Man games all that much. There was always so much else to play. So this thing still looks like it's brand new, even though it's from back in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
It just didn't get a lot of wear and tear. But I do definitely appreciate it a lot more now as a grown-up playing it. I should have played it a lot more back in the day.
It doesn't live up to the awesomeness of the regular Pac-Man for the 20s.
Oh no.
So it was in such a hole starting off the bar it had to try to get to.
All right, that's why Derek ordered this one instead of this one.
Well, it's because of the recommendations, remember, on Discord. he listened to everybody.
Yeah. See, now Mike's Gaming Gala, he's got his priorities straight.
Yep.
Super Bowl or the show? Oh yeah, it's the show because it's 63% less rigged here than it is on the. Did I say that out loud? Greg's not here, so we can say it. Yeah. Derek hasn't played as Ms. Pac-Man yet.
Nice.
Yeah. Looks like Salty's making the rounds. See, Mike, you can tell whenever it's someone's chat over there in your chat window where you're highlighting them. If it's just black, I think that means they're on my channel. And if it says paired and it's blue, that means it's on one of y'all's channels.
Oh.
Of course, now Greg linked his, so Greg's might actually be black also because he linked his channel directly. So now the show goes directly out to mine and his. He doesn't have to click on the thing like you guys do to link it.
Nice.
But then he's stuck with the thumbnail that I make unless he wants to go change it later. Yeah. But
we could have had an Eagles background.
We could have, yeah.
He would have been happy about that.
Yeah. See, I was all excited about not caring at all about the Super Bowl because I don't really watch football anymore. And then I found out the Eagles are in it, and I'm like, well, I was born near Philadelphia, and my dad was a lifelong Eagles fan, so I got to root for my dad's team now. So, but I was all prepared right up until that NFC Championship game to 100% give zero fucks. Now I'm giving like 3/4 of one.
Yeah, it's usually a thing where people from Pittsburgh are supposed to hate Philly and Philly's teams, and Philly's supposed to hate Pittsburgh. But all I see on my Facebook today was "Go Eagles" from Steelers fans. So,
right, yeah, well, I think everyone's getting the Chiefs burnout, and no one likes to see someone win too many in a row. But yeah, it's funny because I always had people that would ask me, they're like, so you were born near Philadelphia. Why are you a Steelers fan instead of an Eagles fan? I said, because when I got to that age where you start liking football, the Steelers were winning Super Bowls left and right. They had the team. So I kind of was a fair weather. I jumped them on the bandwagon, but I stuck with them ever since.
It was such a huge deal, back in the late 70s, early 80s. I remember our elementary school had, from the main office to every room, there was an intercom system in there. And a popular thing in Pittsburgh on some of the AM stations was playing the Pittsburgh polka for this. It was all about the Steelers at the time. And I remember being in class and somebody in the principal's office started playing it over all the intercoms and stuff. I was just a little kid. And they had the caricatures that came in the Sunday newspapers of Bradshaw and Harris and all of them hung up all over the school. You know, it was
Nice.
huge back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. Like my family from Hawaii, they liked the Steelers. That was my dad and my uncle. And I know when I went to go see went over there to Hawaii to go see my father's funeral. Before leaving, my uncle actually got me a Steelers hat to bring back home. And so I'm like, oh, and then he's like, yeah, this was your dad's favorite team back in the early 70s and 80s. And it's like, yeah, here you go. You got a hat too. So that's how I became a fan, because it was like my dad's favorite team. Of course, my mom, because of my aunt and uncle here in Washington State, they loved the Seahawks. So I had to kind of be on board with them on that as well. So here, I'm like, all right. So
yeah, it used to be a rowdy town. Everybody loved their Steelers, that's for sure. And I remember this one clip I saw years back, and I can't find it now. But Howard Cosell's there talking, you know, and he's at Pittsburgh, and all of a sudden you see a beer bottle come flying past and smash on the wall, and he just stops and looks, and he says, "We must be in Pittsburgh." You know, just thought that was freaking hilarious.
Oh, speaking of which, Super Bowl commercials. Did you guys see not the Super Bowl commercial, but Carl's Jr. Brought their commercial back? You know how they used to have the chick with the bikini and eating the burger, and I saw it on my short and like, wait a minute, are they going back to this? So I did watch their ad, and then yes, he had a lady eating in her bikini with a hamburger, you know, and I was like,
Wow.
oh, they're going back to this. That's awesome. So I did a like on their thing. And then of course I told my wife we're going to Carl's Jr. to go eat dinner. That was last night. So we did go to Carl's Jr.
Nice.
Got, food for the family and stuff. So it was like, that's awesome. They went back to their old commercials.
Yeah. I suddenly
They
got
didn't
an answer
update
to
it,
the
did they?
burger.
And they panned down and there's a big package in the front or anything.
No, no, it's a woman.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the modern.
Yeah, we don't have Carl's Juniors, but there are Hardee's around, but not close enough for me to drive to.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a funny thing that it's different names, basically same restaurant. Yeah.
Right.
Aren't they from Texas? Carl's Jr.
I don't know. Are they?
Because that's
I
where
don't
I heard they came from. They're originally started from Texas.
know. I don't know. I'm not sure how. I'm sure Google knows, but I'm not going to ask her. Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
run that clip, Mike. We want to see it. You have the commercial?
I'll grab it next time. That's a good idea. We'll get that.
We were trying to do our own version of the Carl's Jr., but Greg couldn't get into his bikini top properly. That's yeah. Yeah. Unlike Mike's Gaming Gala, Greg chose the Super Bowl just because the Chiefs are in it. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm watching my Chiefs. I'm watching my Chiefs. They're playing for me. Pat my balls is my favorite player.
Polo's going off the rails on a Poestyle train. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. And then he's got an orange cat that's whistling or something. I don't even know what that means. But yeah. So Poe's been sick all week, but he's improving.
Yeah.
Right. That's
right.
That's the status. Getting there. Mike's laughing about you being sick. See, I like how the lag puts up this the chats at just the perfect time. Poe's been sick all week.
And I knew I was in trouble because like I went in Wednesday and started feeling my cold coming on after I already clocked in. So I'm like, I'll be a nice guy. I'll wear a mask around the other two guys I'm working with. The other two that got us sick, they were already out. They called off. So I got through that day, but I wore that mask. And our boss, we had two bosses come in for our morning meeting. The first one walked the whole way in and said, "Uh-oh," he saw me with the mask on. He knew the other two guys were off. The second boss saw the mask and he just turned around and walked right back out of that meeting room. He stood in the hallway looking through the window the whole time. So, but then Thursday, that was it, man. I got up and I couldn't drive. My back was killing me. I'd been up coughing all night. And then I get a message from one of the other guys. I heard that nobody showed up but the crew leader. So the other two guys were off too. Didn't matter if I had the mask or not. They were already plagued too, like I was. And so Friday I did return with one other guy. Nobody else returned Friday. So it's pretty nasty. And then Friday night I got home. Thursday when I was sick, the wife was just kind of like, he's a big pussy like always. Oh, he could have gone to work, blah, blah, whatever. Here's your soup, blah, blah, blah. I got home Friday night and she was sneezing and coughing everywhere. We had dinner and she said, "I'm going to bed." And I'm like, see? I wasn't just a pussy that all the other times I am, but not this time.
Not this time. One in a row. One in a row. Yeah. Mike, did you go hunting this week?
Oh. No. I know you noticed the hat.
What's in season? Possum?
Skunk.
Skunk.
I didn't have to shoot it. I just ran over it.
I think that's always in season. You know, when you go to Seattle, you smell skunk everywhere. You don't see any. But,
Right. Yeah. Oh,
Well,
look, Polo's got a segue for us here if we're wanting to move to that.
Oh.
Talking about the SmackDown on the pinball tables this week, even though Derek, I think, did some smacking down this week, didn't he?
oh, he's always smacking down. Smack off.
Smacking something.
Should we go over
Yeah.
that? The score?
We can go over those.
Okay, I got them.
Since Polo brought it up.
Okay. Share screen.
They were kind of Greg's deal, but since he's ditching us for this football thing, he just watches the Chiefs just hoping to see Taylor Swift. We know how it is. Look at Mike with a big old official spreadsheets with everything on there.
Oh, nice.
That Ms. Pac-Man, we are going for golf rules, right? Low score wins.
So we'll start with Guardians of the Galaxy. So Derek took the high score there, 57 million. Off-Grid Arcade, 26 million. G Parker 8360. I'm not sure if that's a Switch or his other account, but
I think that's on his Xbox.
oh, okay. So he got 26 million as well. And then G Parker again. He got 8.
Yeah,
Oh.
8.5. I think the one that's just G Parker is when he's playing on Epic, and so then he's on right now. He's playing on his what's that thing that he links up with his Epic account? But I can't think of the name of that thing. But
ROG Alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he played that on that, and that was just a game to set it up. And then I think the 8360 is on his Xbox. I think. I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we got and then Sorcerer's Lair. Derek got the top spot on that.
Nice.
Got the 29 million. And then G Parker 8360, 27 million. So
nice.
There you go. And then
hold on a sec. Oh yeah, those two that did you see on the thing that he posted where two were hidden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are those?
Those are me and Greg on the Switch.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't tell him because it's a Nintendo. So I got 16.5 and Greg got 10 million too on the Switch on that
Okay.
Sorcerer's Lair. So Derek won both of those tournaments. And yeah, Greg came in second on the Sorcerer's Lair, and I came in second on the Guardians. Yeah.
Nice.
But
Cool.
didn't have a whole lot of participation this week in them, but
No, it was one of those things. I was going to play Sorcerer's Lair, but yeah, it ended earlier than I remembered. Friday before I go to Chance. So
yeah. And I don't think if Greg set one up, he didn't tell me, and I can't set one up because I would only be able to set one up on the Switch from here. Usually at home, I'll do it on the Steam on my cabinet, and then anyone can join that. But
wow, okay.
So I have no way of setting one up. I thought maybe Greg would set one up for extra days and start it yesterday, but I forgot to remind him because I was busy.
Oh.
Yeah. And now today he has company and all that.
Yep.
Because of the big football contest.
Well, maybe we can save it for next week then.
Yeah.
Then people can just concentrate on Ms. Pac-Man.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just focus on Ms. Pac-Man on the 2600. But oh man, I think I told you guys I did that. I played the Ms. Pac-Man on my Raspberry Pi, and it did not like that cherry mode with the 4 ghosts. My Pi was not liking it. It was running really slow. So then when Poe mentioned that he beat my score, spoiler alert for Poe's video, I played on my phone. I was like, hey, let me go to one of those sites that lets you play 26. And man, that thing was on fire. It was running so fast. I'm like, I can't even keep up. I'm trying to play on my phone with a little touchpad. And yeah, I scored 4,000 points. I'm like, this sucks. But, I did find one that was playing, I think, at the real speed, but using that little touchpad on the touchscreen, I couldn't control it as well. I think I ended up with like 9,000 or something like that. So it was much better than the super high speed one. But yeah, I not very comfortable trying to play that way. But it is playable. You could do it if you wanted to.
Oh, we might as well get on the Miss Pac-Man scores too. So I got 21,840, and Off Grid Arcade played and got 15,850. Yeah. So that's still open. It's one more week, and then it ends at midnight Pacific Standard Time.
Next Saturday night.
Yep, and it's with the 4 ghosts. So
right, yeah, the cherries.
Yeah,
the cherries. Yeah, that's what's funny. When I first played it, I'd posted a score, and I knew something was up because I was like twice as high as Mike's score. And I'm like, well, that doesn't happen. So that's when I asked you guys in the chat. I'm like, is there a way? Am I on an easier mode? And here I was pushing, but because I can't tell. I'm using an Xbox controller, and I can't remember what does what. And I saw these bears in the corner, and 2 of them popped up. And I'm like, man, I think I'm starting a 2-player game now. I don't know what I'm doing here. And it turns out it was just on an easier mode. Because I had like 40,000 points or something like that. Then I saw Mike's score at 25. I'm like, yeah, I must have played in easy mode because I know Mike's going to be higher than I can do. But how come Kelly didn't play pinball this week? I don't know. You'd have to ask Kelly. She doesn't. We had the Switch with. I played in the train station is where I played my game. We were in the train station when I played. Greg
I'm just going to keep it on there.
Yeah. Well, Derek threw in there too. Greg, the queen of the Swifty fan club. Yeah. You don't play FX3 anymore at all?
Oh,
why not, man?
Yeah. Lots of good games.
Yeah, there's lots of good tables on there. Yeah, low score wins. Yeah, because you got 0. Zeros don't count as a low score. They count as a no score. Hey, Chaos is here. I didn't even notice.
Hey, Chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah.
He was
Text-
playing Stern pinball the other night. Right? He was playing Harley Davidson.
It was. I saw that.
Oh, is he playing pinball? Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was playing some Stern pinball. Yeah, there it is. Greg, the queen of the Swifty. Yeah. Oh, too boring. Doesn't have the cool modes of FX in the VR rooms. Oh, I don't mess with any of that stuff. I just, yeah, I did mess with the VR a little bit with VPX, but it's, I don't know. I have a cabinet, so I'd rather just play on the cabinet than play it with a headset on, looking like I'm looking at a cabinet. Even though it is cooler, you can duck down and look underneath the ramps and stuff and see the table a little bit better, and it is kind of cool to be in VR. But I'd rather just play in cabinet mode, standing at a cabinet. So I don't mess with any of those. Most of those special features and stuff that they put in these things, I don't ever do them. The play the multi-ball challenge and all that stuff, and I do in Pinball M because you can fancy up your room. But once I get all those modes done to where my table room is done, I don't ever play any of the special modes. I don't get into any of that. I just play pinball. So yeah. So for me, Pinball FX is and FX3. The only reason it just depends on which table I'm playing. You know, if it's a table I really like on FX3, I'll play it on FX3. Yeah. Your thoughts on the new Zaccaria Deluxe Future World table this week? My thoughts on it are those guys are dicks that they put it out while I'm not at home. That's my thoughts. They didn't ask me. If they would have asked me, it would have came out either a week before or not for another 2 weeks. So, yeah, the only thing I know about it is that it came out. What's our friend Job of the Blade, Chris? He did a video. So that's about all I know about it. I haven't got a chance to play it. I'll be buying it when I get home, but yeah, and I'm just stoked to see that Zaccaria is putting out new tables because they've been very dormant for a long time. So it's always good to see competition for Pinball FX and Zen Studios. So that's my thoughts. You guys have any thoughts on the Zaccaria? You guys don't even play the Zaccaria stuff, do you?
No.
Yeah. What I like about Zaccaria is it has cabinet mode is built right into it, cabinet mode is built into FX also, but the back glasses and everything. So you don't have to do any messing around. You just tell it where your screen is and where your back glass screen is and say go. And then all the tables work. They have working back glasses. Everything just works.
Nice.
And if you pay that, I got it half price for $7.50 or whatever. But for $15, you can get the VR add-on, and then it just works. You just hook up your VR headset and tell it go to VR mode. It works. There's no around with anything. So it is a neat thing, and I'm glad to see them making tables again because I want to say it's been like 2.5 years since they released a table. So it's good to see them doing it again. So now that's all I have to say about it. Uncle Dave's Movie and Toy Channel. Nice. Welcome aboard. Thanks for tuning in to our anti-Super Bowl show. Anyone who doesn't want to watch the Super Bowl is welcome to come here. Or anyone who wants to watch the Super Bowl on mute and listen to us, you're welcome. Or if you want to watch us on mute and watch the Super Bowl, listen to the Super Bowl. That's cool too. Yeah. We're not picky.
Nope.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you guys got? Anything?
I got something. Let me pull it up. I know I wanted to ask Poe. He probably put in money for the Kickstarter on Cronella's Mansion. I don't know if anybody's heard about it. It's the Maniac Mansion type of game.
Well, I did. I went in. I selected that I wanted the NES physical copy, and I wanted a digital download for the PS5. When I went to put the money down, it took a minute, and then I ended up getting a fraud detect call on my card from my bank saying, yeah, fraud's been detected, and you might not be able to use your card. So I did get that straightened out. But even though I told them it was me and everything and this and that, and they said, okay, everything's good, I went to try again a few days later and the same thing. Well, it did it again. So I got to actually call my bank and talk to them instead of going through the automated thing and say, hey, it's really me trying to do, because I think when you do that, I think it tries to do a transaction of like $1 or something. They don't charge you. They don't charge you until the Kickstarter's done.
Yep.
So, but they're seeing this UK charge and they're saying no, which good on them. I'm glad that my bank pays attention to that stuff, but it can be a pain in the butt sometimes.
You don't get like a phone call? My bank does that. Like, hey, it looks like
well, get a phone call, but it's automated. They give you your case number or the ticket number, and then you call back and put in the ticket number. It'll go through. It's all automated though. You have to prove it's you and say, yeah, this wasn't fraud. But I did that from work that day, and then I tried again a day or so later, and it happened again. So I need to actually talk to somebody there and say, hey,
Yeah.
But yeah, the game looks great.
Yeah, that is nice that they did that, even though it was a pain for you because, my bank didn't do that when someone in South Africa used my card to order a bunch of stuff from Amsterdam. They just processed it and sent them their stuff. I did get the money back, but yeah, I noticed it when I got the bill and it's like, what's this $1,100 worth of stuff from Amsterdam? But, yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Mike. What were you saying?
Well, and also like I saw on their thing, so apparently they got $68,126, but their pledge that they need is $129,000.99. So 100, yeah. So that's quite a bit.
Well, it is, and they only had 20 some days or something.
24. Yeah, they got 24 days to go, so I'm not sure how that's going to pan out. I mean, I've seen other YouTubers, they're trying to promote it, right? Like Mad Little Pixel, I seen John Hancock, they got like a copy of it, so that way they can
cool. I didn't see that yet.
Yeah, so they can show their viewers. I watched it. That's how I remember you talking to me about it and like, oh, that looks so cool. Then I've been seeing it like pop up all over YouTube by these.
Yeah, I was going to mention it to you after my whole epic fail with it there, but I was like trying to get through and make sure everything worked before I said anything about it.
Yeah,
I do subscribe to those two. I just didn't see their videos on it, so I'll have to go check them out.
Yeah, I did. I only got to watch Mad Little Pixels one on it. I know, like, I need to watch John Hancock's as well. But yeah, did you see also? So besides the backing and stuff, I know like you can get the game. So anybody's interested, it's coming out for the NES version. So you get a physical cartridge for it. Right now they're working on the Super Nintendo version, which when I was reading from it, it's not going to be a port of the NES. They actually said they're building it from the ground up with the 16-bit graphics. And also it's going to have that 16-bit sound. That's going to sound great. That's probably the one I'm going to be ordering. And of course, you got your Game Boy and your Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, the Nintendo Switch, and PC. And then you see the special editions where it comes with the pop vinyl and all this extra stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So they have that as well going on for it. And then what's kind of neat, I read that the NES version has the most dialogue in it.
Yeah, I guess they really put it to its limits there with that version. They said. So.
Yeah, and then of course, if there's anybody in the UK watching, yes, they will have a PAL version for this as well. That's actually pretty cool.
And also, the digital will be for Xbox and PS5 as well. And
Oh,
that's something you can either do it separately or you can add on, like I was trying to do. I think what it is they wait until the end of the Kickstarter and they'll ask, okay, which one did you want it for? PC, Switch, Xbox, or PS5? So they'll
yeah.
send you an email.
Oh, we should probably. Do you know the story on it, Poe? On what the
I
game's
saw
about?
I watched something on it a while back and then hadn't. I mean, to me, it's like Maniac Mansion, so that's why I'm so wanting this
Yeah.
thing because I love Maniac
So
Mansion.
yeah, it's pretty much like a Maniac Mansion game. There's a lot of the it looks like Easter eggs referring to the kind of jokes on it. But yeah, basically says that Cronulla's Mansion is a point-and-click adventure game compatible with classic consoles, PC, and modern consoles, inspired by Maniac Mansion, but with its own unique identity. But it does really look, we call that, as far as the game goes. I mean, I don't know which version to get too. I mean, I do want to get the Super NES, but I'm probably thinking about getting the Nintendo Switch. That's the one with the voices and stuff like that on there. So that's probably the two I'm going to order for. So even though I'm kind of like, oh, I do want the NES one. So are you getting the Super Nintendo one on that?
No, I think I'm going to stick with NES just because
NES.
that's where I have Maniac Mansion, so I'll kind
Yeah.
of put the two.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
I
it
guess
looks
Derek
good.
is saying he put a link in Discord if people want to check out this game.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Yeah, and you
That's
can
cool.
you can download the demo. So the demo is free. So anybody's interested, it's basically, I mean, if you played Maniac Mansion on the NES or the PC, yeah, definitely try the game. Or Day of the Tentacle, it's kind of like that as well. So yeah, that's the news on that. But it's kind of like I don't know if they're going to be able to get enough support for it because it still seems like they're kind of way out of their range. And I think, like, if I was going to go do a Kickstarter and stuff, for the extra stuff, I'd probably eliminate that and just focus on the cartridges. And then
Right.
kind of like who did it really well? It was the Haunted Halloween when they
Yeah.
did their games. Isn't it just cartridge? And then of course you get more people like, man, they did the first game was awesome. And then they're like, we're going to do a Cronulla's Mansion 2, then add that extra stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure people are going to back it, especially if they like the first one. You're going to get more people.
Right.
It looks like it's kind of out of the range where I'm not sure if it's going to make it. I mean, 24 days ago, and they only got 68,126. I don't know. And only was it 519 backers on it. So, but yeah, hopefully, I don't know, spread it around if you guys are interested. Yeah.
Oh,
Looks
I
cool,
gotta do a correction. I read that thing too quickly. Polo was saying to Derek, he posted a link. He was talking about Breakout Beyond.
Oh.
He asked us about it, and he posted a link to Breakout Beyond. So there is no
Oh,
link in
okay.
our Discord about the game we're talking about, but you can Google that.
Yeah, I'll put it on there. I'll put it in the console chat. So I'll put a link. And you guys can grab, like I said, they're giving the demo free, so you can try it out if you like it or not.
Nice. Yeah. Do you guys know anything about this Breakout Beyond that Polo's talking about?
Yeah, that was supposed to be an exclusive for the Amico back when the Amico was going to be a thing. It's a breakout, but it's turned on its side, so it's sideways breakout with your power ups and everything like that. And now they're just bringing it out, I think, for everything: Atari VCS, PS5, Xbox, Steam.
Nice. Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah. And there is a link for that in our general chat. Polo put in there. So
cool.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I hadn't heard anything about that at all until just now.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. It looked like a lot of fun 5 years ago when Amico said they were bringing it out, and it didn't happen. So
nice. Yeah. Yeah, we're risking getting hate mail in our just for mentioning the name.
You friggin' hillbillies! What the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah. Yeah. I was so late to the Amico scene. by the time I heard about it and was thinking, hey, that sounds pretty cool, it was already kind of blown up, and it was like, oh, wait, okay, never mind. But, yeah, and then the hate, like I said, the hate you can get, as you know, Bill, just for mentioning the word. So I'm gonna grab a screenshot of Mike the Gaming Gala's comment up there, and I'm gonna edit out where he said the horror and put a whole rant where he was saying how much he loved it, and post it in one of his videos as him, and then just so he gets flooded. Amico, I love it. I wish I could have it. Anyone who hates it's a bastard. Yeah, but crazy. It's amazing how people can get so polarized about stuff.
Oh yeah,
Take things so personally. It's like,
kind of like sports.
Yeah, you say, hey, this looks pretty neat to me. You're stupid. Your family's stupid. And
yeah.
anybody that comments you're stupid except for me.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, like you're about to say there, Mike, kind of like the sports fans. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike will ruin me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because as much as it's not to get back sidetracked with football, as much as it's fun to pick on, saying go down Chiefs, get out of here, we hate the Chiefs, blah blah. I kind of do feel bad for Chiefs fans because they're catching hell just for the. Okay, anyone that has my mom's number, text her and tell her he's on the show live. She knows how this works. My mother is calling me while I'm live on the show.
We can wait. Let's listen in.
Yeah, she's probably saying maybe the Eagles scored. I don't know. She also lived in the Philadelphia area, so she does like the Eagles, but I don't know. My friend Rexer and Kev covered this last night.
Road trip pinball?
Roadhead pinball?
Oh,
Roadhead?
Oh, I don't know.
Did you say Roadhead?
Yeah,
cost $69.
$69.
Oh man, I lost another sub.
Eagles are up 17-0. Is that right?
No, they don't broadcast to Canada. That's the Canadian Eagles.
Oh, okay. Now, Polo, I didn't see anything about this road trip pinball, and I certainly wouldn't see it on Rex's show after that shit show they did talking about that Alice in Wonderland table. Worst thing I've ever seen on YouTube before was that show. So I remembered why I don't watch Rexer. So now we can get some hate from their fans. Yeah. Yeah. You put her on speaker. I should have. She's now, if that's right, the Eagles 17-0. That's, I'm sure, what she was calling about. I'll text
That's
her.
just to get people excited. I mean, the fix is in. Come on, just get people to watch a few more Doritos and Pepsi commercials, and then
right. The whole second half is going to be the other way.
Big Curls Jr. commercial.
Yeah. Let's see. Just send her a text, but I'm starting to get a little nervous. My laptop smells funny.
Uh-oh.
I had that flame out on the train, and I thought it was just I could hear something rattling around in there then. And then when I turned on my computer before this, the laptop, it was stable, and I could hear something. And I think it's something in the fan had broken loose. Oh. Maybe that's what caused the smoke. It was maybe jammed that fan up and it smoke checked it, but apparently it's still working. But now I'm starting to smell something funny.
That's me.
Oh, it could be. Could be. Yeah.
Does it smell like pickles and mothballs? That's me.
Yeah. Now it smells like burning electronics. So I don't
No.
see any smoke or flames. So. Oh, the camera got moved. Ow. Man, my back. Kelly's showing me the camera at the house. Apparently, Shelby's getting something out of the refrigerator. She's not watching the show. She's getting stuff out of the fridge.
So Derek sneaking across the lawn, did you?
Yeah. No, Shelby's having a bit of an adventure day because apparently when we left, I had checked our water supply out at the house and I thought there'd be plenty. And then she texted and said, we're out of water. So she had to go get water herself first time. Hey, it's T-Dog.
T to the dizzle to the diddly. T Diddy.
Oh, no.
He might
Is it
be
time
held
to
in jail.
Go already? Is it already time to end the show? Where usually T-Dog shows up right as we're running the outro. Yeah, banned from the show. Yeah. Oh, hose banned.
Oh, I didn't kick him out. I swear.
No, I'm not in the bathroom. I am in a bedroom at my son's house in Florida. So you were close.
It's a nice bathroom.
Yeah, very spacious. Got the jungle theme going on over here.
Show him the teepee.
Yeah. Kelly's foot. T Diddy. We need more T Diddy. Yeah. So, she's cooking raviolis. Okay, she's cooking raviolis.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
okay.
guessing
Then.
one of the dogs. I have a camera pointed at. We use one of those diesel heaters for the house. This is living off grid. This segment, and that diesel heater, it has a physical switch to turn it on and off. And I have one of those switch bots, so I can turn it on and off with my phone. And the little switch bot pushes the button. And while we're gone, I put one of our Wise cams pointed at the controller. So if I go to turn on or off the heater, I can see it from here. And apparently one of the dogs must have been wagging their tail and spun it around. So now it's pointed at our fridge.
It was hilarious because both of you guys froze up and lost connection again. So I was just sitting here laughing again.
You're like, oh, these losers. Yeah. Yeah. You just vanished on our screen. Yeah.
Especially when after we mentioned the word Diddy, then you were gone.
Yeah.
And it was really weird because on my screen, you guys were froze. I wasn't, and the chat was still coming up with new messages on my screen, but it said, oops, lost connection, reconnecting. Well, it didn't. I had to back the whole way out and join again. So,
Yeah. Nice. Well, you missed Shelby's cooking ravioli. That's about all you missed. So.
No more tears, tears, tears.
Yeah, for her to deliver us some ravioli, it'd be a little bit cold. Yeah, she's in West Texas, and we are in Florida, so quite the trip. Yeah, it is kind of funny. Since we mentioned the trip, that train ride, it's pretty cool. Never took a cross country Amtrak before. It was a pretty neat ride. Loved it during the daytime when there's lots of scenery, and hated it at night because we were in coach and trying to sleep in those chairs was not comfortable. And but it took a full 24 hours to get from El Paso to Dallas with the stops and all that. So if you're in a hurry, don't take the train. If you like seeing scenery and seeing all kinds of small towns and neat scenery and stuff like that, take
you came through Pittsburgh at the perfect time, right? Pouring down rain. It's still dark outside and foggy and crappy up.
Yeah, think it was 5:30 in the morning or so is when we came.
Yeah, and it did. That happened to be the day I called off because I was sick as hell. So I was up. I was down in my living room chatting with you while you were going through there.
Yeah. I told Kelly that you were up, so she thought you might be there. So she dropped trowel and put her butt cheeks up against the glass. She was trying to moon you as we drove by. See, she's watching on a delay, but she just kicked me live while I was. Shelby even said, "True." She knows. See, the timing of the chats are perfect. My mom told me she mooned Poe and all of Pittsburgh. But yeah. Post Malone Oreos, old Poe needs to try. Oh man. You never know what this show is going to be talking about. You never know. What were we talking about before we got sidetracked?
T Diddy.
I know right before T-Dog got here, all the naked dancing girls left. So we just missed that. And unfortunately, we have to edit that out of the replay. So you won't be able to go back and watch it. Sorry, T-Dog.
Yeah, that's true, Bart. Like I remember riding I don't know if you guys rode the Greyhound bus. I rode it from when I was stationed in Gulfport, Mississippi. Rode it from there because I wanted to, or actually no, was it Seattle, Washington, all the way back to Gulfport, Mississippi. So my friend thought it'd be a lot cheaper than flying back because, we were, what was it, E2s or E3s in the Navy. We didn't have a lot of money. So it's like, yeah, we can ride the Greyhound bus. And then, wow, that was a big mistake. That was the longest trip back just to get our car, because we put in chits to bring our cars with us since we're going to be stationed over, what was it? Originally, we're going to be stationed over at the sub base up in Washington, and then later in San Diego, California. So we rode that bus, and we met all kinds of interesting people on there. Yeah, I told my friend that when we got back, I said I'm never ever riding the bus again. Never.
Yeah, my wife said the same thing. She went from Pittsburgh to San Antonio when I was in tech school down there.
Yeah.
And there was one guy that sat next to her at one stop. And at the very next stop, when they're getting off, the cops came up and threw him against the bus and patted him down and found all the drugs he was carrying with him. She's like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah. You get to meet some interesting people. I remember I met a pimp with his two lady friends, I should say. And wow, they were behind us. He's like, and he called her the B word. He's like, you better shut your mouth. And he's like, no, I got a good deal here. And then they kept going back and forth. It's like, how much should I charge? How much should I charge? I'm like, oh, man. What? And then same thing happened after they rode. There's cops on the front of the bus. And then of course they raided and arrested him with the two ladies on board. And apparently they had cocaine on them as well. Wow. I'm like, this sucks. And then they're checking all of us to make sure we're not hey, did you buy any cocaine from them? No. We're just trying to get back to base. That's all we're trying to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. When I was a kid, we took the bus from Phoenix to Philly. And but I was a kid, so I don't, all I remember was when you went to the back of the bus to use the restroom, it smelled like diesel exhaust.
Well, we were on a charter bus one time. It wasn't Greyhound, but it's the same deal. And it went from my in-laws' hometown right down the road here to DC. So we did a day trip, me and the wife. And before we even got to Maryland, guess who had to take a dump? Yeah. She was so pissed at me.
You can't take her anywhere, can you?
Right? And she's like, no, don't you do it. I'm like, it's either that or it's going in the pants. So it's one of the two. And then you are so self-conscious when you come out of that crapper because you're on a bus, and there's people that are sitting back towards us. So you open the door. It's like, Wasn't me. Somebody else did it.
It was this way when I got in there.
Oh yeah, the bathrooms in there were nasty. I remember that. Like I had to literally put the two sheets on the thing. And not only that, I think it was plugged up and there was like stack of crap in there. I'm like, I don't know if I can wait because there, we go to another diner to go eat and stuff, and that was just gross. I had to tell him when we were leaving. I told, hey, it's like really plugged up, and he's like, it's been like that for since I've driven this thing. It's like, you can't just hold on and wait till we reach a diner. That's when you should go. Like, oh.
Yeah. The train wasn't that bad, but you do got to be ready for delays with the trains also. We were about an hour. Well, they did shave a little time. At one point, we were an hour and 20 late when we went from Chicago to Orlando, but they made up about 20 minutes. So it was right about an hour late getting to Orlando. But now I'm getting all kind of Amtrak notifications and stuff. And there was one cut going across. It's somewhere over there going to Seattle. They were delayed for 20 hours. They were stuck. That can be bad. Yeah. That's a tip for people. They have the bathrooms in the train, but trains are not super smooth. They're moving a lot, so I would recommend to the gentleman, sitting down to pee is not a bad option sometimes, because you go in there and the dude before you just hosed the whole place down. Like, I got this, and
I can do it when I'm drunk. I can do it on the train. It'll be fine.
Yeah. So it is interesting, but we did upgrade for our ride back. We're going to get a sleeper car.
Oh, nice.
A sleeper room. So that'll be nice. Much more expensive, but it'll be nice. And then all your meals are included and all that stuff too. So you don't have to buy the food at the cafe car is not bad food, but it's not super cheap either. But
I hope it's like the Three Stooges sleeper car. You got to step on the guy beneath his face to get up into your bunk.
Right? Yeah. It is. It's a small one, but challenge accepted. Yeah, we'll have to figure out if Kelly's going to be able to get up on the top bunk, or if I'm going to sleep on the top bunk. Space wise, I think the top bunk's a little smaller, so it would be nice. Kelly's littler than I am, but she'll have to literally climb up on my head to get up there.
There's an old episode of Coach where they're him and Jerry Van Dyke are riding on a train and they're sharing the sleeper car. It was friggin' hilarious. And I think it's so small, he accidentally throws the luggage right through the window off the train. And I think one of them sleeping with their head or their feet in a sink or something like that. I haven't seen that episode in like 30 years, but it was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny. Now they say that you can get the bigger sleeper cars that are more expensive, but then you're sleeping laterally or sideways instead of laterally. So in the car that we're going to get, the roomette, you're sleeping lengthwise, like against the wall of the train, where the other way your heads are near the wall. And they said that's kind of a weird feeling with the motion of the train when you're sleeping sideways. But yeah, from London to Edinburgh.
Tiny cabins.
Oh, tiny cabins. Yeah. It's over there. Everything's smaller over there, right? Have you seen the refrigerators over in London? Oh my goodness. A suitcase is bigger than I don't know. Oh, anyway. So what else we got to talk about? How long are we into this? Right at the hour mark. Right?
Nice. I can't keep track anymore because I don't hear your clock going off every half hour.
Right. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, we're right at the hour mark. I'm sitting on a bed here, so I don't have any back support. So if you see me keep doing this, it's because my back's getting sore.
You were running a train there, Micah.
But what's that?
Scores 24-0 Eagles.
24-0 Eagles. Nice.
I bet you Gregory right now. I bet you there's a tear in his beer.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, but who knows? They gotta still play the second half, right? And,
All right.
It could be 11 on. How many refs are there now? 7 on the field. So 11 versus 18 for the whole second half.
Might make for a sad Taylor Swift song coming up.
Right.
A breakup might be happening.
I was only in it for the rings. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Well, apparently Brady's available, right? He got rid of his wife, so. He can go get some rings there. I don't know. What else you guys got? Did you have something else you had lined up? Or
No,
Bo, you
what's
got-
it?
You have something, Poe? Or I got something too. Nice.
Oh,
Well, hold
there
on.
it is.
Yeah.
Mike's
That's a
Gaming Gal has been waiting for it. That's the only reason he's been coming to our show.
Look, I did get a little dent in my box. That's what she said. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that.
That dent happened in that box when Poe first opened it. He was holding it in his lap, and
Now,
I
is
was
this-
excited
is
when he
this-
saw this part.
When you play the gameplay, is it going on your Patreon? How much do I need to pay to watch you
There it
do
is.
that?
Yeah, I joked so much about it, and I know Mike's Gaming Gala, he has a copy of it, and I joked about it so much. I'm like, I should put it in the collection. I mean, I've played the ROM several times before, but I mean, if you ever go to any of Bliss's chat when I'm in there, beat 'em and eat 'em is always the topic. So, but yeah, he says Mystique.
Whoever had that really took care of it. Was it sticky when you got it?
I have chlamydia. Just you don't just blow into this game if it doesn't work. Little tongue action, and some contact's wet, and I think we got a little tiny instruction manual for it.
Ooh, nice.
So yeah, I did. I went ahead and went for it and said I'm going to put that in the collection because I mean, constantly joking about it. So. But no, I don't need the rest of them. I don't need Bachelor Party and Custer's Revenge and all of those. Beat them and eat them. We'll do just fine.
What was that game that Retro Man Brandy Savage was playing with something you go to different people's homes and you make sweet love to different people?
Oh yeah. And he also had that one that was a maze game. But you're running around naked and you're chasing the woman. I think I ended up putting that on the arcade after Savage told me about it. Savage knows all the good games.
What was the game called? I got peanut butter.
No bestiality here, just porno games. Straight up regular porno games. I'm sending you what, Derek? Chlamydia? All right. Hold on, it'll be there in a few days.
Nice.
Careful what you ask for. Oh, that's hilarious.
I have those other ones.
Oh, oh, that's funny stuff. That is funny. All right.
Where did you
What do
find
you got,
that,
Mike?
Poe? Oh,
Go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, go ahead, Poe. Where did you find it?
Some greasy old guy down the street is selling it. eBay.
Was that his candle name?
And now I need to actually start Well, maybe not. I was going to say displaying stuff down in my game room, but I don't know if that's the first thing you want to display.
You should. That's classic.
It's a conversation starter anyway.
That's for sure. We'll have to do a gameplay video on it here coming up. Maybe I won't host it. Maybe it'll be a new Old Poe channel, just his own channel.
Do you need like a black line in order to show the video?
I don't know. You know, the Atari creep the other day after I got this, he was doing a live stream and he said something like one of these nights he was going to play all the porno games on. So he's not afraid of playing them on his stream. So.
Oh, basically, you could like live stream it. Then when the live stream's done, then don't save it. Just get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, if people were afraid to see a pixelated hog blasting cream soda all over the place, I guess. I don't know if you want to have it on there or not.
Just you gotta pick the right thumbnail too.
Yeah, I did notice the game itself doesn't show any pictures of the gameplay on it, so yeah.
He knew better.
It's just kaboom. That's all it is. They could have called it kabong or kumboom or something. Something like that.
Oh, it's funny stuff. Oh.
What is that?
Oh, there you go. There you go, people. DGXT. Password is arcade. FX. Totan. It's a fun game. Knights of the what is it? Tales of the Arabian Nights. That's an awesome game. Awesome table.
Does that mean I love porn? I like good video games. Classy games for cultured folk like me.
Yeah.
Loves
That's
porn. Well, in my day, it was a lot harder to come by than it is these days. You earned it. You found that magazine along the road and it was wet from the rain. You dried it. You hoped it was rain, number one. And then you dried it with a hairdryer. Those pages were fluffier than a My Pillow by the time you got it home. And I'll tell you, we did find stuff like that along the road walking home. But one time there was a 6-pack of Old Milwaukee, not Milwaukee's best, but Old Milwaukee. And my buddy actually did drink a couple of them on the way home, the Pounders. And I'm like, I'm not drinking that because who knows? Somebody chucked it out of their car for some reason. And it was laying there. And you don't know if they teabagged the tops of each one or what. And he's just, we're in 6th grade. And he's like, yeah, come on, have one. No. You find me a Hustler or a Penthouse, all right, I'll put some gloves on. It'll be all right. But I'm not drinking from that.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, the good old days, finding that Playboy magazine that's chucked out in the alleyway. Score!
It makes you wonder, like, why somebody chucked it out of their car. What was the deal there, you know?
They got caught by the wife, so the wife checked it.
Right. She's going through her magazines, fashion magazine. What is this? Oh, how did that get in? Those crazy guys at work, you know how they're always playing tricks.
Now everything's coming up.
Oh, all right. What do you got, Mike? What do you got?
I don't know. I can't top that. Yeah, I got the speaking of games kind of like that, I got the Bubble Bath Babes for the NES.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, it's basically a puzzle game. So that's the only one I have, but it's not the real cartridge. I actually just bought, I remember seeing it guy had it for sale. I forgot what convention I bought it, but he did tell me it's not the real copy. But he did make it so it's not the original cartridge. I think it was blue, so that way you can tell it's not the real. And I did play it, and I'm like, oh, this is actually a pretty fun puzzle game. So that's the only thing I have out of my collection for something kind of related to that. And it's kind of funny. I have it in my game room. It's like on my shelf where people can see, but it doesn't sound bad as compared to the other stuff. So, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, I lost 2 people. Where's Poe? All right. Well, I guess I'm running the show today. So, I can talk about, let's see here. If anybody can see that. Is anybody played this? I know Kaos, you played the Oregon Trail. So I was actually thinking about doing a video on it, how to beat the game. Because I actually played this kind of multiple times. And I finally beat it. It was kind of funny. I did name all the characters off of my friends here. I got Poe. He was the Native American lady. And then me, I was the missionary lady. And then I had Greg. He was the banker. And then and I of course I had Bart. He was the adventurer. And what's kind of funny, when I played the game, so we almost made it, and then Bart and Greg had an argument, and they called each other stupid. And then Bart left. I'm like, what the hell? You know, they were arguing. I don't know what they were arguing about, but sometimes that happens to your party. And then the other time is like, was it Bart ran over his foot? You know, like for the oxen and stuff, you can get the oxen to run over your foot. And I discovered something, like, I didn't realize this until when I was playing as a kid. I'm like, why is my characters always getting dysentery? Does anybody know what dysentery is? You know dysentery, right, Poe?
Yeah, it's when you diss the guy named Terry. That was the old man.
No,
is that a hoof and mouth disease?
No. I think if it's like you wipe and then you don't wash your hands and you're eating food.
Yeah, basically the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So in order to combat that, it's kind of weird. You got to keep changing your clothes. So if you start getting stinky, that's how you get dysentery.
So don't get skid marks.
No. And then the funny thing too, if you have the guy cook the food or prepare the meals that has dysentery, he'll give it to the whole group.
Bart asked if he was back in our personal messages, but I'm not able to see green room or anything.
There he is.
Hey, there I am.
I thought you were going to have to whip out the telephone if your computer was down. So
no, it was weird. It just like shut off the screen and stuff. But then when I pushed the power button to try to turn it back on, because I thought it just shut off completely, it came back up into the studio. I just was not in the stream. It's weird. I don't know what it did, but I'm back apparently.
Yeah, I was getting kind of concerned, like, oh, I'm going to be by myself? I felt like Garth from Wayne's World. Well, Wayne?
Right.
I'm having a great time. Not.
No, I was in the studio, but not on the thing the whole time you were talking about dissing Terry.
Yeah, it was kind of.
I'm one of the few that didn't have an experience with that computer lab. We didn't have that until probably high school. So I never got to play it back in school. Like it seemed like every other 80s kid did.
Yeah, we had it at our school. That's when I told you too. We had like was it the Apple II and the Atari, that computer?
Yeah.
Those were the two ones. Of course, they only had like math games, but I remember Oregon Trail because everybody liked doing the hunting section on it because you just murder a bunch of animals with your musket.
They made the handhelds of that a few years ago. I remember Walmart selling those.
Oh, I saw them. Yeah, at Walmart. I need to pick one of those up. But yeah, it's pretty funny, especially when you put your friends in it. And I was just telling Poe that you and Greg got into an argument and you started calling each other stupid, and then you left. And we had Greg, and it was kind of funny. Greg got pissed off at Poe. He's like, "I'm tired of you," and then he he left. I'm like, oh. And then later on, Greg did join. I was kind of hoping that Bart would return back. He never came back. So it's only us three when I beat the game. I'm like, oh, dang it. Lost Bart. And he was our hunter. So I had to make someone else the hunter. And I made, what was it? I made Greg the hunter. And then when he left, I'm like, oh, it's between me and Poe. So Poe, I had used the fisherman. And I'm like, well, I'll take care of hunting duties for us. So. Yeah, fun, really fun game and stuff, especially when you start figuring out the ins and outs on how to play it. And then there's also a DLC, which I kind of found funny, that you can go to, I think, the Rocky Mountains with this family. And I'm like, oh, cool, this is free. And then I looked up who the family was. Anybody familiar with the Donner Party?
Yeah, I was going to say, is it the Donners?
Yes. So I'm like, oh, I know how this is going to end. So I'm looking forward to playing that game. Yeah.
You don't need a hunter in this party.
It's not animals you're shooting either.
Oh man. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I was trying to come up with a beat 'em and eat 'em joke, but I couldn't figure it out. Skip the beat 'em, just eat 'em.
Well, and
Wow.
another thing too, in order to get what's kind of funny, like if you do skin animals, it's like, what are they skinning with? Because you don't have a knife. So it's like if you want the knife, you have to do another mission. I think it's like the winter DLC, and then you can unlock the knife, which will get you the pelts and stuff. So yeah, after I kind of figured out, I'm probably gonna do like kind of a walk through how to beat the game. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna put it on Coin Ops or my other channel, but I'll probably just dump it at Coin Ops and then kind of give people how to beat the game since I figured it out. It's a fun game, and you can get it for the Nintendo Switch, and I saw it for the PlayStation, so you can get it for either. I'm not sure about the Xbox. And I know they should have this on PC. That's where it originated from anyway, so it's a fun game.
Right.
Nice.
And PlayStation Network was down for over 24 hours. If anybody was paying attention, I wasn't playing anything. So, but I read about it. Yeah, they were down for a day. So not cool.
Did you see that when I don't know if you booted your PlayStation up, they had the original PlayStation logo.
Oh yeah,
that was actually pretty cool. I wish it would just stick like that. I just don't ever change that. That's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Oh, what is this?
I like that idea.
Oregon Trail.
Yeah, they got all kinds of different missions on that. Yep, yeah, you're right, Polo.
And if you're into that, watch Wagons East with John Candy. Friggin' hilarious movie.
Wasn't that his last movie?
Yeah, he actually died while they were filming that.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Wow.
My brother and I always liked that movie. It's not everybody's favorite, but it's been years. I did buy the DVD, but it's been years since I actually watched it. My brother and I used to watch it a lot back in the 90s. And the one family that they have with them, just a bunch of idiot hillbilly guys, it just cracks you up the whole time you're watching it. The ones telling a story about, they're telling the truth of things that happened, getting it off their chest. And he's talking about when he was a kid and he killed another kid, and the other guys, and everybody's like, what the hell? But the other guys in his family are like, we knew it was you, Harry Bob. And he's like, no, you did not neither. And, yes, we did. No, you did. Just funny movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which, have you seen that? It was on, I think, I'm not sure, Netflix. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Have you seen that Western?
No.
It's pretty funny. It's got this guy, looks like Pee Wee Herman, and he's like a gunfighter. Everybody's always picking on him. He's like, he's playing his guitar and stuff. And yeah, it's got, I think they're like short stories in that show, but it's actually pretty good. Like it's got let me look at some of the actors. Tim Blake, Liam Neeson, James Franco. Yeah, all types of people. That actually, it's like we call it one of those episodic shows and stuff. So each one has like a different story, and it's weird. Some of the stories are kind of weird on it, but the Scruggs one was my favorite. It's like that gunfighter on it because everybody's like, "Oh, this guy's nothing. He looks like Pee Wee." So they can pick on him. He's pretty deadly with his pistol and stuff. So that one was a good one. If you guys are interested,
nice.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Nice.
We've been watching Your Honor, which only lasted 2 seasons, but the first season I thought was really, really good. And then you can see why through the second season there's just so much going on. I think that's why it wasn't picked up for a 3rd season, but it is a good series.
Oh, nice. You have to fight a final boss when you make it to California in the final battle. Oh, cool, Polo. Yeah, I'm going to be trying out the different DLCs on it, for sure. Kaos said rednecks are hilarious. Derek, what is that show, Mike? Oh, hold on. I'll type it in. It's The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Boom.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it. Let me show that. Boom.
Nice. I have to check that out. That out. All right. What else we got
That's all
going?
I've got.
All right.
What about you guys?
Well, that's it for me. I will get my Ms. Pac-Man video out there eventually. And I'm playing some 7800 games with BD Retro Mod's dog bone controller for the 7800. So I actually did some gameplay video today with this thing. So
hold on, let me blow you up.
Oh.
Boom.
Nice.
Yeah, it's configured for your 7800. Of course, you can use it for your 2600 as well. And the new 7800 and 2600 Plus, it'll work on those too. So
Awesome.
Very cool.
Awesome. Yeah. I don't have anything going on because we're here for another week. This time next week, we will be on the train starting our heading back home. So we're going to spend another week here in Florida visiting with the, like I always say, we're here to visit the grandkids, and we'll probably go ahead and talk to their parents too. But so that's my upcoming week. I did still have those videos of the Zaccaria tables, the retro tables that if you already had the retro pack, we got them for free. But if you buy the retro pack, it's 40 tables for $3.99. So it's like 10 cents a table. It's kind of a no-brainer to buy those things if you play Zaccaria pinball. It's actually what got me into it. Zaccaria is just like Zen Pinball, where you can download it for free and you get one table for free. And then I bought that retro pack because it was $2.99 or something like that, or $2 for 30 tables. Well, now it was 27 tables. Now it's $4 for 40 tables, 10 cents a piece. But I did videos that I think they're releasing every Wednesday. So 2 have come out. On Wednesday, I'll have a video come out with the next group, and then the following Wednesday, there'll be the last 4 of those tables. So that's about the only thing that's happening on my channel because I'm gone. So
nice. Yeah, Polo was asking if we have any Valentine's plans.
no.
Oh. Well, I think I got one. I'm gonna try to convince my wife we should go out and eat someplace. So that's a win.
There you go. Yeah. When is it? Is it Friday? Is that
Friday? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. My plans are to visit with my son and his wife and their kids. That's what I plan on doing on Friday. Poe, you got big Valentine plans? Hopefully you guys will be healthy by then.
Oh, yeah, right. Hopefully, yeah. No, I don't know. We normally don't, just because she thinks it's silly to spend money on those holidays, when we can just go do something whenever we want or whatever. So,
Right.
so she definitely doesn't like things like cut flowers and stuff. Mother's Day, we get flowers, hanging flowers in baskets, but she goes and picks them out. So that's her gift on Mother's Day. She loves flowers, but she doesn't love paying for ones that are going to be dried up and dead in a couple of days. So,
Right. Yeah. 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 If you were asking if we had any plans for Valentine's Day amongst us, no. We don't really. I'm sure we'll fire some random text back and forth that day.
I wrote a couple poems for you guys, and there'll be some chocolates on the way.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got though. I don't know. Mike, what do you got coming up? I guess we kind of rolled this into our final thoughts, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
That kind of was my final thoughts.
Well, I'm still working on the short, so I'll be doing that. It's gonna be, I forgot to talk about it. It's gonna be on this game. Oh, let me blow.
You can make yourself bigger.
Yeah. I forgot I got control of it now, so if anybody can read that, I sure as hell can't.
Traumatarium, penal.
Penitent.
Penitent?
Yeah, I remember
Penitent
going
man.
to this game up. I'm like, yeah, I want this game. So I showed a picture of it. And yeah, the lady was able to find. He's like, how do you spell that?
Yeah.
Legend of Cage. Kage. Kid Icarus. I remember kids pronouncing all kind of. But we never had a title like that before to totally
Yeah.
F up.
Yeah, so
Right?
it's an RPG, and it's for the Game Boy, so not the Game Boy Color. So this will work on your Super Game Boy, which I'm gonna actually show on my Chromatic. I'll play it on that, and also play a little bit on the Super Game Boy on my TV, so people can kind of see it. But
Nice.
it's supposed to be a role playing game, kind of like Shadowgate, like those type of games. So that's why I picked it up. But yeah, really weird title that Chromatic made.
Wasn't there a game like Trauma Hospital? Is this the sequel? Sorry.
Yeah, well, really difficult title. And also after that, I'll be doing a announcement what the next video is going to be. So it's going to be something that involves with eating people. So, and it's not cannibalism.
Beat 'em and eat 'em.
It's not beat them and eat them either.
Yeah.
That's what I got going on. So, and you
Derek,
guys,
That was also something mansion there.
hold on, I'll put it up there. No,
Cornhole mansion, I think was the name of it. A point and click game.
there it is. Yep.
So I told you, Cornhole mansion.
Yeah. Trauma.
Ooh, there we go.
That's Poe's wife's nickname for something.
Trauma Salama. That's what she called me.
Carpet munch, man. Oh, it shows all over the place now. Yeah.
Carpet munch mansion.
That's going to be featured on the next Tuesday night episode of.
Or this could
I
be
just completely went blank.
oh yeah.
Phil's channel. What does Phil call himself? I can remember his name. I can't remember his channel now.
Bliss, Retro Bliss.
Yeah, Retro Bliss. They're going to be featuring Carpet Munch Mansion in this episode.
Or
Oh,
it could be like Freddy Got Fingered Mansion.
right. What do you got?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen that movie. That was weird. Tom Green. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that title and like, oh, this looks like a keeper. So I rented that movie.
Oh,
Did you watch that
Daddy, would you
movie?
like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Oh, that guy's a mess. Tom.
Yeah. His old show, he would like rub dog crap on the microphone and interview people and just like stick it right in their face.
So there you go. Mike's gonna bring that up to Phil. Hey, we got to cover these two games.
Isn't that a breakfast cereal? Carpet Crunch cereal? Wait, Crunch. Carpet Crunch. Captain Munch was the. With my delicious
This Tuesday.
This Tuesday on Retro Bliss Rewind.
Nice.
Carpet Munch Mansion and Trauma Penis.
My favorite was peanut butter Carpet Munch cereal. That was a good one. The Crunch Berry was a little too much for me.
It's too close to the Dingleberry.
Schnozberry.
That's not hilarious. Oh, that is hilarious. All right. I think that's a good place to end the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, my phone's dying.
Where can you go from there? But all right. So next week there's a strong chance I will not be here because the signal had great signal almost the whole way up to Chicago and then about halfway down and then through the Carolina. Well, there was a section south of Pittsburgh there when you get into the mountains where there was no signal or anything. But the ride between Chicago and Florida, a lot worse signal. So there's a good chance I will not be here next week. So.
Oh, Mike. Oh.
Mike found a place to take the show.
Yeah, that was
Make sure you play Ms. Pac-Man. We're thinking about it. Have that done by Saturday.
Yeah.
No donuts.
No donuts.
No Krispy Kremes.
Time to make the donuts. Yeah. All right. That's all I got. So.
Well, same. Roll the outro.
Roll it. Let's get out of this.
Adios, everyone.
Later, guys.
Hey, have a good night, guys.
Keep going, Eagles.